Hi everyone. So IIM Sirmaur for its BMS 2025 program has come up with the admission policy. Last year they were pretty late to announce. This year they are announcing well in advance. We are in December, and I would say it's pretty much in advance that they have informed what is going to be the admission policy. Rather, I would say the selection process, how it would be based on. And my reading says that the way in which they have designed the policy is very strong, and they have ensure that they are not biased. They have given equal weightage to the various parameter we will see in detail. One thing which is not very clear is that it says that based on the IPMAT, based on the aptitude test score from IPMAT. Now, which IPMAT? IPMAT Indore or IPMAT Rohtak? But if someone who is following this space over so many years, they would clearly understand that aptitude test score is generally discussed from IPMAT Indore's point of view and never from IPMAT Rohtak point of view. IPMAT Rohtak always focuses on the raw score or never on the ATS score, aptitude test score. So assuming that is the case, that is going to be the case, they would accept IPMAT Indore score. However, we never know that. There's a possibility that IIM Sirmaur may come up with a different way to calculate the ATS score based on IPMAT Indore or IPMAT Rohtak. We never know that. So just an assumption. Chances are very likely that they would accept IPMAT Indore, but as I said, you cannot guarantee that because nothing is mentioned whether it is IPMAT Indore or IPMAT Rohtak. So they have said that 55% weightage will be given to the IPMAT ATS score. There is one small mistake here. I am sure there's a typo here. It's if you see that 25% weightage is given to verbal ability and 20% weightage is given to quantitative ability. Now, another reason why why I am pretty strong enough to say that they'll accept IPMAT Indore, because IPMAT Rohtak also have logical reasoning and they are not talking about logical reasoning. So this gives us one more reason to assume that they will accept IPMAT Indore score. Now the mistake that I was talking about, 45% is what it is given here, 25% plus 20%. So 45% and the weight given is 55. So 55% is the weight given. So I'm assuming there's a typo here. This should be either 35 or this should become 30. Okay, I mean, I'm sure they will clarify soon. There is no second thought on it that there's some typo here. So I'm sure we'll wait for a few days for clarification from their end. So 55% weightage given to the IPMAT Indore score. They are not coming up with their own entrance test, and that's, thank God for students, that you will not have to appear for one more entrance test. Okay, so that's a good news, I would say that. Okay, but the another, not a bad news, but I would say that a lot of students who do not appear or do not apply to IPMAT Indore because seems to be difficult, and if you're looking at IIM Sirmaur, now you'll have to apply to IPMAT Indore as well. Okay, 30% weightage is given to the personal interview, so that becomes 85%. 10% weightage is given to the past academic performance, that is your 10th score and 12th score. And here again I am very this is what I was saying initially, that they have given weightage to all the various parameters, your aptitude test score, personal interview, your past academic, and gender diversity. So if you're scoring between 80 and 90, they will give you 3 marks, 10th and 12th both. If you're scoring between 90 and 95, then it is 4. Greater than 95, they give you 5 marks. So that's fair enough. Some weightage given to your 10th and 12th performances also. So that's fair deal at all. And 5% weightage given to gender diversity. Male will have 0 marks, 0%, and female or a transgender will get 5%. So this is the admission policy or the selection criteria of IIM Sirmaur for their BMS program, which is going to be conducted in 2025. I am sure because of this, there will be increase in the number of aspirants who will apply to IPMAT Indore, because I know every year there are students who don't apply to IPMAT Indore considering it is very difficult. They apply to Rohtak, IPMAT Rohtak, and only JIPMAT. Okay, so but if they want to get admission into IIM Sirmaur, they will have to write IPMAT Indore examination. With respect to the cutoff, how the cutoffs and would be for IIM Sirmaur BMS program, I am pretty confident that the cutoff would not be as high as IIM Ranchi IPMAT program. because that's an IPMAT program. This is a BMS program. A lot of students do not want to, would not want to start with the BMS program. Various factor, location, not location, Himachal Pradesh, considering Sirmaur. But if someone wants to go from Mumbai to Himachal, or from Delhi to Himachal, or from south, from Chennai or Bangalore to Himachal, they would rather consider a local option. In my opinion, students should not focus on local opinion. IIM Sirmaur BMS program should be considered and should be applied without a second thought. Okay, so that's it from my end, and yeah, so thank you very much and all the best for your IPMAT preparation. So see you soon with some exciting videos. Bye bye.